Hey everyone, this is Corey with Casual EDC, doing an unboxing and first impressions for you. This package here is coming directly from Tactile Knife Company. Of course, the makers of the Tactile Turn pens. Let me just get that out. They have so far released 2 knives, and this here is the new variation on their first model. Their first model being called the Rockwall. Now this version is a thumb stud version, and aside from some prototypes that they released at Blade Show, these are the first ones that were made publicly available. So just getting into this here. Pull the knife out. And there's nothing else in the package there besides my packing slip. So yeah, this is their Rockwall. And they did some thumb stud prototypes in Magna Cut at Blade Show, but that was all that they had released so far. And now, just the other day on Instagram, they put these guys up, which are the thumb stud versions, except this is in 20 CV. You can see this is a new birth card for them. They, at least on the Bexer, the slip joint, which is the only one I've had so far, these were smaller cards that came in a black envelope. Sorry, my phone said low battery. These were smaller cards that came in a black envelope, and they were white. But you can see on here, Tactile Rockwall thumb stud, titanium scales, 20 CV. They don't have the hardness on here, but they do have, it was assembled by AF, which no one down here, so not sure who that was, but this one was born not too long ago on November 2nd. Today is the 12th, something like that. And let's take a look at the knife. Little schmutz on the pivot there, but let's check this out. I'm going to try and stay centered. Normally I'm more over here, but the phone wants to be here today with the mount. I got something set up different apparently. So just bear with me. You can see dual thumb studs, and there's some really neat texture on these thumb studs. I hope it's coming through on the camera. Yeah, I hope you can see it. It's almost like a rifling. There's some angled grooves that are milled into these thumb studs. Some jimping on the back, perfectly centered, maybe favoring the clip side a touch. Now looking at it a little closer, you can see the texturing on the titanium, a nice deep carry pocket clip, and a backspacer on this. Let's give this its first flip. Good access to the thumb studs. I was worried about that looking at this on their Instagram. Yeah, I can tell there's good access either way. I was a little bit worried about that on Instagram when I saw the pictures of these, but let's give it a flick. That pops right out. And you see how they did that with their company name? Can you see Tactile written down at the hilt here? Gosh, I am sorry. I'm all over the place underneath the camera. You might not be able to see it, but it says Tactile right here. CPM 20 CV marked on the other side. And that deployed really nicely, and this is really comfortable. This is very comfortable in the hand. You have very thin blade stock on these, and they do come down to very thin edges. I believe it's a flat grind on here. Like I said, this one is in 20 CV, and they did some protos in Magna Cut. You can see the lockup is solid right there with the liner lock. Let's see how the action is closing. Oh, it's a little tight. I'm sure I could adjust that out and probably get some lubrication in there. But this is really, really nice. This reminds me aesthetically of the Quiet Carry Drift, which I don't have one of. Sorry, not the Drift, the Waypoint. Yeah, the Waypoint. It's a very similar type of knife, except that one is in titanium, just like this, but uses Vanex steel. So similar knives. That would be an interesting comparison for those who have both of them. Thin stock on both, thin knife overall. Liner lock's a little bit sharp, but I feel like I can get used to it. I kind of wish this was right hand only because of how they did this cutout right here. The liner lock. They want you to disengage down here, which is fine, the jimping's there, it helps you get a grip on it, but to be up here is an option, and it's just a little awkward. It's where I want to be naturally with this piece, but you know, it still works. You can still get access to it. It's definitely just a little bit tighter. No access really given this way due to these cutouts. This knife is completely ambidextrous, I believe. No, right hand carry only. So right hand carry, right hand lock. There might be enough room to flip this clip over the other way, but I'm not sure if it would work for you. And there's no screw under there, so this is going to be right hand only. So ignore everything I just said about it being ambidextrous. Edge feels nice on here. There's a little weird finishing spot. I don't know if you can see these. These might just be smudges from me touching them. So yeah, that's just me. All right, well, definitely a neat piece. The action's nice. I'm looking forward to taking this down and getting some lubrication in there. And there's a little scratch on here. I definitely didn't do that. There's a small surface scratch. That's a shame. Yeah, really, really neat piece. It makes for a very, very sleek carry, and I'm sure with some anodizing on the titanium, you could make this a really unique looking knife. Definitely on the classier side of things, and it definitely looks like it's going to be a really great EDC option. So yeah, that's the thumb stud Rockwall from Titanium Knife Company. Well, hopefully one of your first looks at it, if you haven't seen one of these from Blade Show or whatnot. Yeah, really excited to keep this for a little while, put this to the test. I don't know if it's going to be a keeper or not, just going off of my first initial feelings, but I will certainly be able to bring you guys some more videos on this, at least one more, giving you my full review of the Rockwall thumb stud. So short one today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will post this either later this afternoon or tomorrow, which will give you just a few more days to get in on our 500 subscriber giveaway. It's nothing crazy, but it is free stuff, so who's going to say no to that? Check that out. It is the previous video here on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.